15 for 11:05. The first step is to take a small spatula full of anhydrous calcium chloride and place it on a watch glass. I've got the calcium chloride here. I place it on the watch glass. Set the watch glass to a side, out of the way, and continue the rest of the experiment. So obtain a porcelain crucible and cover. I've already cleaned it and rinsed it and dried it. Place the crucible and cover in a clay triangle supported by a metal ring stand. Heat the crucible with a Bunsen burner to red hot for about 5 minutes. Using crucible tongs, place the crucible and cover on a wire gauze to allow it to cool at room temperature. So I'm going to let that heat for about 5 minutes. Since I didn't really like the other calcium chloride, it was kind of old, I decided to grab a new sample, and I'm just going to take another portion of it and we're going to use that instead. So a spatula full onto the watch glass. This is what it looks like now, and then we're going to take our observations in a little while. Now that it's been 5 minutes, I'm going to remove the heat from the crucible. And pick up the crucible with the crucible tongs and put it on the mesh. And I'm going to let that cool until it reaches about room temperature. So I went ahead and took the mass of the crucible once it was cooled down, and then I heated it again and cooled it down again and took the mass once again. So for the first try, I got 40.924. And then for the second try, I got 40.902. Since those numbers are close enough, I can move on to step number 5. Add between 3 to 4 grams of hydrated copper sulfate to the crucible. Determine the mass of the covered crucible to the nearest 0.001. Determine the exact mass of the hydrate by subtraction. So I went ahead and weighed the crucible with the sample, and it came to 44.790 grams. Place the covered crucible and its contents in the clay triangle. Move the cover so it is slightly ajar. That means just slightly open. Begin heating the crucible with a small flame for about 5 minutes. So I'm gonna let that sit for about 5 minutes, gradually increasing the flame until the blue inner cone touches the bottom of the crucible, and it is red hot for about 5 minutes. In the meantime, here is our sample for calcium chloride. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's starting to be some condensation here, some liquid droplets, and also the sample is really hard when it started off as being, you know, like this, more of a powder form. So now that it's been about 5 minutes, I'm going to remove the flame. I'm going to put the cover back on. And remove the crucible from the stand. Place it on the wire gauze. And I'm going to let it reach room temperature, and then I'm going to grab the mass from it again. So I went ahead and measured the mass of the crucible once it was cooled after heating it one time with the product. And then I also went ahead and heated it and cooled it and then took the mass again. And here are the results. So for the first heating, I got 43.093 grams. And then the second time I heated it up and let it cool down, it was 43.089 grams. For this experiment, we're just going to be using trial 1. Also, for those of you who are wondering, the product now looks like this. And I don't know if you know what it looked like before, but it was this crystallized blue coloring. And once we heated it up, it turned out to be like a white with some green in there. Pretty solid. Also, for the calcium chloride that we put aside at the beginning of the experiment, as you can see, well, I don't know if you can tell, but there's little like liquid droplets, and it got even more solid while we were leaving it out since the last time we checked it. So this is the final results for the calcium chloride.